Now, this is the first intro class, right? So, what is Apex in Salesforce means? Apex is a programming language. Okay, it is specially designed for a Salesforce. It is strongly typed object-oriented program. Okay, it is a object-oriented program that allows developers to execute flow and transaction controls on the Salesforce platform. We are the developer. Okay, we are going to compile the Apex class or trigger class. So, uncompiled Apex class and trigger class, it will be it's the server and it will be stored into the data storage as a lightning platform. When the end user, okay, when the end user is pressing the UI button, okay, the company's person is creating a new record like that, okay, when the end user is using the UI, okay, request is it's into the server and the stored data it will be returned as a compiled Apex, okay. This is a this is a simple Apex work. We are going to create a coding and that will be it will be stored in the data storage, and then it will be again it will be it's back in as the end user. When the end user gives a request, the compiled Apex class will be sent to you back. Now, why you are using Apex means features of Apex. It is easy to use. Okay, Apex uses and Java-like syntax. It is quite easy to understand and code. It uses simple loop concept only. Okay, there is no complex things and all. It will not be there. It uses simple loop concept only, and there it provides a block and additional statements like that you can able to use. So it is what is the features of Apex means. It is easy to use and it is integrated. Apex provides DML operation. What is the DML operation means? Insert, delete, update. This is a DML operations, and by using the looping concept, we can process multiple records at a time. Can process a multiple records at a time. In addition, it supports SOQL and SOSL for a query handling. Okay, so main uses is this only. Okay, and easy to test, all those things very easy. Now, how the Apex is run. Okay, all Apex runs entirely on demand on Lightning platform. Okay, it will be runs on a Lightning platform alone. Developers write Apex. Okay, developers write and save Apex code to the platform, and end users trigger the execution of Apex code via the UI. Okay, via the UI, we are just going to make a UI. Okay. You in admin section you have learned about screen flow, record trigger flow and all. There
Uh,
also you can able to perform the logical things. But why should use the Apex code means there you can't able to perform the complex business operation things you can able to perform. If you want to perform more complex things, there means you have to insert many, you have to use many and condition, many or condition you have to use, many things you have to use it in there. But here, with the help of coding the complex validation things you can able to perform easily, complex logical things you can able to perform easily, and collaboration with external systems. Not you can also collaborate with other external systems. You can able to use it with there with the help of integration process, and you can also build the dynamic applications you can able to build with the help of LWC like that. So the Apex code is very useful for that only. And this is a simple Salesforce application anatomy. Okay, this is a simple sales. This is a software anatomy. This is a Salesforce anatomy. It will be called as in interviews they will be called the questions will be comes from what is Salesforce application anatomy. It is called as model controller view, MCV, model controller view. Okay, what is model means? In our admin section, declarative tool, point and click. This is for a declarative admin section. This is the programmatic tool for a developer section. In model section, we will be calling this as a standard object and custom object. But in programmatic tool, we will be calling this as a S object and wrapper class. S object and wrapper class. In controller section, we will be calling it as a workflow, process builder, and lightning flows. Okay, in a controller section. But in programming, we will be calling this as a apex class and trigger class. So this is a controller. In view section, we will be calling this as a lightning page in a admin. Lightning page, page layout and lightning pages. Here we will be calling as a Visualforce page, lightning component, and LWC. What is Visualforce page means? It is the first one for a lightning dynamic pages. It uses only HTML and CSS. And advanced one is Lightning Aura component or Lightning component. So again, the advanced one is LWC. So this will be comes under the anatomy of view, model controller view, MCV. You have to remember this one. The interviews will be comes here. So before going to the data types, today no need. Tomorrow we can continue there. Salesforce itself providing you the Salesforce developer guide to learn all those things. How to first you have to download this one. No need to learn now. I will be saying one by one. Then you can able to learn it. Okay, where
Yes,
it
sir.
will be available means just type Salesforce developer guide PDF. Just okay. Here you can see Apex developer guide. Just open this one. It will be downloaded. Here you can see PDF is done. Just select the PDF button. The PDF will be downloaded. So totally just download that one. No, totally it is 752 pages. So you just download this one. No need to learn here. Okay. Tomorrow I will be giving you about the data types and variables, exercises and all to you. Then you can able to learn one by one. Okay. Now you
Okay,
just download this one. And where we are going to practice means we are going to practice a lot tomorrow. I'll be saying you okay. We'll be
okay,
practicing on dev work. Okay, we are going to give a developer edition or only we are going to practice. That and all we'll be seeing in tomorrow topic. Okay, it is an intro class. I have just gained some information about you. So based on that, we can able to continue the class topic. Okay, I will
okay,
be
sir.
texting you topic. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Maybe if possible, today also I will be texting you at 5 o'clock. Okay, after confirming, you can join at 8 or tomorrow 8. Okay, sorry, tomorrow 9. Today 9 or
Okay,
tomorrow 9. Okay, Rafiq.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. You send me the link, and if possible
Uh,
for me, I will try to join, sir.
okay, it is okay for you, right? 9 to 10 is okay, right? For you, no problem, right?
Sir, it is little difficult, but I can try, sir.
Oh,
Like
okay, okay,
as I
Rafiq.
said, for you, morning,
Uh,
it won't be possible for you. That's the reason I will try to join in the evening.
oh, okay, Rafiq, no problem. If you are just comfortable with 9 to 10 means we can continue 9 10, or else we can continue from 8 to 9 morning itself. It's on your wish only.
Sir, if you are comfortable with morning, then we can go with the morning, sir.
Okay, Rafiq, no problem. Tomorrow morning, 8 to 9, we can continue. Okay.
Sure, sir. Like sir,
Okay.
coming back from office, sometimes it gets very late, and that's the
Late.
reason.
Yeah. Okay. Before starting the class, what we can see means how we are going to take the things means where we are going to practice means we are going to practice all the codings in the production org. The production org called as a dev org we are going to create. Okay. Inside the dev org only, we are going to practice all the coding. So for that, how to create a login means already you have known about. I think so. You have known about how to log in for a dev work, right? Rafik,
Yes,
or
sir.
shall I explain it?
No, sir.
I want to.
I know that, sir.
Okay, in dev work we are going to practice, and in trial leader we are going to practice on a PDI1 certifications alone. Okay, so trial lead account also login you have known, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
that also no need. Yeah, okay. So login details you know need. So today we can start from scratch. Then what you have to I have asked you to download the Salesforce Developer Guide, right? In previous class or not?
Yes, sir. I have downloaded that.
Yeah, downloaded, right? Yeah, based on that only we are going to do all those things. First thing, I have asked you to see about some data types, right? I have
Yes,
given
sir.
exercise for you. Yeah, what is integer data type? What is decimal data type? So all the data types I have just asked you to just go through on the Salesforce Developer Guide, right? Up to
Yes, sir.
primitive data types we have seen in previous class, right? Up to primitive data types.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, with help of that, after completing the data types, there is nothing. The basic one is that is a basic one. Then we are going to see about operators. Okay. What are the operators you can able to see? Already you have known that, but I will be explaining. You have to go through those operators. Okay. It is a basic only. What is the operations it can able to do. Okay, like similar it is in Salesforce. Operators you are used to perform operations on variables. Okay, it is used to perform operations on variables and values similar to other programming languages. So for all the programming, so it is similar to other programming languages. The mathematical operations it can able to do it automatically. Okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like that it can able to perform the operations it can able to perform. For few classes, what we are going to be doing first few classes, we are not going to create Apex class. We are going to create a we are going to just practice this operators, data types, all those things, variables, all those things. Where we are going to practice means we are going to practice it on the developer console, in a execute NMS window. Just wait, I am just going to log in here. Okay, here only we are going to practice. Here you can see file. If you want to create a new Apex class means if you can go to the file and you can create a new Apex class and you can create a trigger class. You can create a Visualforce page. You can create a Lightning Aura component, Lightning application. You can able to create here. So this and all we will be seeing in our upcoming classes. In file section, this and all will be there. And if you want to open the existing code means just to go to the file, open the previous Apex classes, the previous trigger classes, it will be updated here, and pages, visual force pages, it will be there. Okay. Now we are going to use the execute NMS window. Go to the debug log. Here you can see debug. Here you can see open execute NMS window, or you can use the control E. Okay, control plus E means it will open the execute NMS window. So we are going to practice this we are going to practice some codings in execute NMS window. What is this use of this execute NMS window means? It is like a rough note only. If yeah, we'll be writing one Apex class, a main class will be written in Apex class, and that class should be executed automatically, or it should be executed manually. Okay. If I want to execute that means we can also execute that with help of trigger scenarios. We can able to execute that particular Apex class. But if you want to create some asynchronous Apex, and if you want to assign that jobs, assign that if you want to execute that Apex class means for execution purpose for to performing that Apex class, the execute NMS window will be useful here. So here only we are going to perform all no, for few classes. I'm just going to use this execute NMS window for execution of the code. Now, in previous things we have seen about data type. Now we are going to see about mathematical operators. So I'm just using integer. Integer is my data type. Okay, integer data type. Integer means it will holds the number characters, numbers.
Number
Okay,
character.
yeah, integer x equal to, I'm just giving 5. So what is this x means? This is called as variable. So what is variable means? Variable is a empty container. Okay, we can able to give the naming for this empty container, and you can put that values in that container. So you just consider this is the container, and the name for this container is x, and the container value is integer. Okay, this container type it can able to store only integer characteristics.
Numbers.
Okay, numbers only. So x here I'm just putting 5. So if I you print this x value means the 5 will it will be retrieved, it will be shows me the 5 answer. So it is a variable use. We can able to reuse the variables here. So variables I have just given a definition. Variables are in memory containers that can hold data belonging to a specific data types during processing and can be reused based on their scope. Now x equal to 5. Now if I print the x value means 5, it will be displayed here. Now Again, I'm just using another one variable, integer y equal to 10. Close this one. Now I'm just using another one variable. I'm just going to create another one variable called as z variable, integer z equal to x plus y. Now, what happened means this x plus y is called as operators. Okay, this plus is right. This plus is right. This plus is a arithmetic operator. Okay. So it is going to be add these two numbers. So if I print the z value means what will happen means it will execute the answer. So system.debug for printing the screen for Apex classes we'll be using system.debug here. Okay, in other programming language we'll be using print console, console.log, like that we'll be using in other languages. But here for Apex, for printing the screen, we have to use system.debug. So in all our classes we'll be seeing this word system.debug. Now I'm just going to print the z value. If I print this z value means the answer will be executed as a 10, sorry 15. Now I'm just execute. Here you can see after execution, here you can see log section. Okay, in log section you can able to see step by step, okay, timing taken for this code, full code to execute. Okay, the full code to execute timing it will be reflected here, and step by step process it will be shows here. Any error means it will be shows here, and here you can see debug only. If you go to the debug only option means you can able to see the final answer, the printed system.debug value it will be shows here. So 15. So this is called as addition operator. So meanwhile, so today exercise, last class I just asked you to learn about primitive data types. Now today exercise I'm just going to give about learn about operators. Okay, you have to learn operators here. Okay, here you can see addition operators, subtraction, multiplication, all those things it will be there. Basically using daily life, daily scenarios, you will be using this operators only. Assignment operators means here I have just used integer x equal to 5. This equal to is called as assignment operator. So likewise, I have just given some operators here. Okay, not only this one. I have just asked you to download the Salesforce Developer Guide, right?
Yes, sir.
So inside that developer guide also some operators with example they will be given there. So you have to practice one by one those operators. Okay,
Okay,
because
sir.
it will be more useful. So you have to practice those operators one by one. This is a comparison operator. Okay. In interviews, they'll be asking questions. What are the operators we can able to use? So you can make it. We can make a statement that you can use arithmetic operators. In arithmetic operators, these are the things we can use. And in assignment operators, we can use this one. And comparison operator. Comparison means comparing the value greater than a value or less than value, not equal to, equal to. Like that, we can able to do the comparison operator. So likewise, the questions will be comes from there. So you have to show with this operators thing. Okay, basic one is
Yes, sir.
data type, then operator. Now you can able to see concatenation. Here you can see plus symbol. Okay, same thing you are just used in arithmetic operators also. What is this concatenation means? Here I'm just used directly. I just printed the z value. In case I'm just using single quote if inside the system debug, if you are just writing anything in a single quote means it will be printed as it is. Example, this is a single quote. I'm just printing the value answer as the I'm just writing the answer is then plus. Okay. Here, what is this plus means? This plus, what it is going to do means it is going to do a join two characteristics. Okay, this is for a string characteristics. It is displaying the answer. So for joining purpose, we'll be using this concatenation symbol. So the final output will be the answer is 15. I'm just executing this one. Here you can see the answer is 15. So I have just executed this code. So this symbol is called as
Sir,
concatenation.
so
So
if we are doing concatenation in the system.debug, if we
uh,
have a long string, then that string we have to keep in the like parentheses.
uh,
and then only it will we can do the concatenation there. If we will write both like directly, if we write that the answer is +5, then it will throw an error.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
okay, inside that code, if you're writing anything, it will be displayed as it is. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now variables we have seen. Variables are a memory containers we have seen. Then we are going to see about loop concept. Okay. In other programming languages also you have seen about loop concept. But what is the use of this loop concept means the loop is if you are just going to execute some code. Okay. If you are just going to execute some code means that example you just consider this is our coding. Okay. If you want to execute this code means if you are putting that code in a loop. Okay, in a loop, if you are just putting that code means the what is the use of this loop means this code will be repeatedly it will be runs the code. Okay, repeated process. When it will be stopped means until the condition meeting false. Until if you are just giving one condition, if the condition is true means the loop will be started and the loop will be runs the code. Example x equal to 0. I'm just mentioning if x is less than 4. I'm just mentioning x is less than 4 means 0, then 0 is a less than 4. So 0 is less than 4 means proceed other coding means it will be proceed the codings for a 4 times. After what happened means after that the x value becomes 5 and the code will be stopped. The loop will be ends here. So loop means it will the block of code it will be executed continuously until the condition meeting false. So we can see with examples. A loop is a fundamental programming construct that allows you to execute a block of code repeatedly based on a specific condition or set of condition we are giving. It enables automation process. Main use for this loop means it enables automation process of repetitive task and processing of collection of data. Okay. Same thing only they have just repeated here. A loop continues to iterate or repeat a block of code until a certain condition met or becoming false. So what are the types of loops we are going to see means we are going to see about for loop, while loop, do while loop and for each loop. So these are the four types of loops we are going to see loops concept and this for each loop is there, right? So this each loop is called as collection. Okay, in our upcoming classes we will be going to see about collection. While seeing that collection we will be seeing this list, set and map. So this is called as for loop or collection. Okay, that we'll be seeing in our upcoming classes. Tomorrow class like that we'll be seeing. Now first we can able to see about for loop, while loop and do while loop. Okay, and
Sir.
this 99 percentage we will be focusing on this for loop only. Why means this is the one we are going to use repeatedly in our Salesforce coding. Very oftenly will be using this do while loop. You will not using very oftenly will be using do while loop and all. Okay, but I will be in interviews they will be asking the difference between for loop, while loop and do while loop. Like that, if the question comes means you have to answer that one. So I will be explaining the difference between for loop, while loop, and syntax for loop, while loop, and do while loop. We can see now what is the uses that we can see. First, for loop. For loop is a tradition. The traditional for loop in Salesforce Apex is similar to other loops in many programming languages. What is the syntax for this means? First, we have to use for. For means it is a for loop. Then we have to give the initialization. Initialization means starting one. Starting is for first starting condition we are just given. Then we are going to give some. If this condition is met means do the increment operator or decrement operator. Increment means proceed the code further. Decrement means negative value. So then we can proceed the execute the code. Here we can see with example for loop syntax for open bracket close bracket. Here we are going to perform the code inside the for loop. What is the syntax for means for loop? First we have to give the condition. Sorry,
Condition.
entry condition,
Initialization.
initialization. So integer data type integer I equal to 0 and semicolon. Okay, you have to give this is syntax. Okay, semicolon. Then I'm just giving the condition. So 0 less than 5. So it is true. 0 less than 5 means proceed further. What it is going to be proceed means it is going to proceed the increment operator. So first time if the code is executed means I value will be 0. Second times it will be makes the I value as an increment. So the second times the I value will be 1. The third time the I value will be 2. So like that it will be keep on incrementing until the specific condition is meeting false. So now I have just given the initialization condition and increment operator. So 0 is less than 5 only, it is true. If it is true means what it should be do means it is going to be print the I value. System.debug. I'm just printing the I value here. Now if I execute means I will be executed 5 times from starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, I value will become 5. 5 is not less than 5. So the loop will be ends here. I'm just executing. Go to the debug only. Here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So until the condition becoming false, it will be executed the code. Now I'm just making I equal to 6. 6 means this condition is false. 6 is not less than 5. It is greater than 5. So if I execute the code means it will not execute this system.debug. I'm just executing this one. Here you can see it is not executing the I value. So my second code is not my coding is not proceeding in further. Okay, because it is condition is false. So this is the use of for loop. This and all a piece of code only. We are going to while creating the Apex classes, we will be using this for loop. All those things we will be using in our Apex classes. Okay, so it is a piece of code only. So you have to confirm with. We have to learn all those things to write a coding. So that only we are just seeing all those things. Now you have to focus on for loop only. I'm just explaining about the while loop. What is the while loop means? The syntax is different. While loop, okay. While loop performance is same only. Okay, their main use is they are going to do the same functionality only. Their function is same only, but the syntax is different. Okay, what is the syntax different here? Means for loop and while loop. Here first itself we have to give the initialization integer I equal to 0. Then we just used while here. While here I'm just giving the condition I less than 5 or less than 3, like that. I'm just giving the condition. If the condition is true means proceed further. System.debug I value. Then after completing this, do the increment operator. The functionality is same, but the syntax is different. So this is the syntax different for while loop. Okay, if I execute this means same process only, it will be takes. Now it will be execute the code 2 times, sorry 3 times, because 0, 1, 2, 3 times it is going to be executed. Okay, same thing, same function only, but syntax is different. Okay, but third one is a do while loop, right? But in do while loop it is not like that. Okay, its functionality is different. Okay, even though the condition is false, okay, even though the condition is false, it will be executes the code at least 1 time before checking the condition. Before checking the condition, it will be execute a block of code at least once before checking the condition. But here and all, if the condition is true only, it will be executed. But in do while loop, even though it is false, it will be execute the code at least 1 time. Now how to do this do while means same process, integer initialization, then do. It is a do while loop. So I'm just using do. What it is going to do means it is going to be print to the screen. Code one. It is going to execute the code at least 1 time. So that I'm just entering system dot debug initialization. Then I'm just doing the increment operator I plus plus and close the semicolon. Then this is a do while loop. So after completing the do, I'm just using while. In while, I can able to give the condition I less than 3. This is my condition. So now what happened? 0 is less than 3. So okay, now I'm just I equal to 4. I'm making the statement as false statement. Okay, even though it is a false statement, it will be execute the I value at least one time. Here you can see I equal to 4.
Four.
So it is executing the code, but in for loop and while loop and all, it will not execute the code. Totally, it will block the code. Okay, but here it will be execute the code at least one time before checking the condition. So this is a difference between while loop,
And do while loop.
for loop, yeah, do while loop. Now loops we have seen, loops concepts we have seen. Last one we can see about conditional statement. Okay, after completing this conditional statement, we can stop because we have to practice this one. Conditional statement. What is conditional statements means? In Salesforce, as in many programming languages, conditional statements allows you to execute different block of code based on a specific condition. There are several types of conditional statements you can see. Now we are going to see about if statement, then else if statement, then we are going to see about switch statement. Three statements we are going to see conditional statement. First, if statement. Okay, we can see about if statement. Again, initialization integer x equal to 5. Okay. Now I'm just using the conditional for all the coding. First, you have to do the data type initialization and variable declaration. You have to do. Okay. Then only we have to proceed the coding. Now, if condition, if, then I'm just using else. Okay. In if part, we can able to give the condition, but in else part, we are not going to give the condition. In if statement, what I'm just giving the condition means x greater than 5. X greater than 5 means now, sorry, x greater than 0. Now what happened means, so 5 is greater than 0 only. So this is true. If it is true means this is my code 1 block. So proceed the code 1. This is code 2. This is code 2. What it is going to be perform means it is going to be print to the screen as x is positive value. Again system.debug x is positive code 2 system.debug x is negative. Okay, now this what is going to do means if it is a positive value means it will be execute this code because 5 is greater than 0. And if I give any negative value means this condition is false. It is not going to check any more for any more conditions. It is not only one condition it is going to check. If it is false means automatically it will be execute. Say it is negative value. Now I'm just going to execute. Go to the debug log. Here you can see x is positive. Now I'm just making this as a minus 5. Now it is a negative value. So this is false. So it will be executes the code 2. I'm just executing this one. X is negative. It is executing X is negative here. So now this is only one condition I have just given. Second condition, there is no condition I'm just ending with else statement. So this or this true or false. Okay, this means this one or this one. So the only two condition I am just given. Now I'm just giving X equal to 0. Okay, now what happened means 0 is not greater than 0, but it is not negative, it is not positive. Now if I execute means what is it is showing, we can see it is saying that it is negative value, but it is 0. Okay, because only one condition we have given, so that is called as if statement. So if you want to add many more conditions, okay, if you want to get more conditions means we can use the second statement called as else if statement. Here you can see else if statement. Else if statement is used to check multiple conditions sequentially after initialization, more possible outcomes. So for that, here what I'm just going to do means here I'm just making it is a else if statement. So I'm just making else if. Here we can give the condition. What condition means? X is less than 0. X is less than 0 means you just execute this X is negative. So code 1, code 2. In case if you want to proceed for any other third code means same process you can able to repeat it here. Same code 3 you can able to execute here, or you no need to check for any condition. 2 is enough. Okay, only 2 can be enough, and third one without true false, again true false. Okay, third code if you no need to check anything means you can end that code with the help of else statement. Here I'm just giving system.debug x is 0 value. If this true condition is false means it will be executed. X is 0. Now I'm just giving x equal to 0. Now if else if else. Again, if you want to add the third condition means again you have to give else if, and you have to proceed for this one. Okay, now I'm just executing. The answer will be displayed you as a 0. Answer is displaying as a 0. More conditions you can able to add. Okay, more outcomes you can able to add it in the else if statement. So this is the use of conditional statement. Two things we have seen. Okay, if statement and else if statement we have seen. Now we are going to see about switch statement. Switch statement is single variable with multiple possible value to check. It works on a matching case values. Okay, it is executes a block of code based on a matching case values. So we can able to see, now we can see about switch statement how it is going to be work. Now I'm just using first same thing, data type declaration, integer and variable declaration, integer. Again x equal to 3, close this one, and second data type string, y, and close this one. For this I have just x I have just given value, but for y I have not given any value. Okay, it is a single variable. Okay, for y how it is going to be checked the value means we are going to use the switch statement. For using the switch statement you have to use the syntax called as on switch on x. Now x variable is placed here. So x is 3. So 3 will be displayed here. Now we are going to check multiple matching case value. So when one perform the code one. Okay, in when one y equal to, now only here I have not given y value. Here I am just going to give the y value. Y is string. String means in a single quote only we have to mention. Y equal to, I am just using Monday, close this one. Again when 2 y equal to Tuesday. When 3 y equal to Wednesday. Wednesday. Now y value I have just printed here, and x equal to 3. So it will be go and check for the third matching case value. So single variable with multiple possible value check. After completing this, I'm just going to print the y value. So I'm just printing the y value as system.debug. In a single quote, I'm just mentioning the day is y. Now I'm just printing the y value. Now what will happen means the answer will be displayed as the day is Wednesday. The day is Wednesday. It is printing as it is. So single variable with multiple possible values to check. So this is called as switch statement. Okay. Now I'm not going to give any trial aid exercise for you today class, because from tomorrow onwards I will be giving you trial aid exercise. Now you no need to do any trial aid exercise. What you have to do means today exercise, after completing the data types for you, you have to learn about operators. Okay, you have to complete the operators, and you have just go through the loop concept. And in loops concept, you just focus on for loop alone. It is enough. Okay, we are going to practice
Okay,
that
sir.
only. And then you just practice the conditional statement. If statement, you just practice. Okay, in previous classes, what are the things we have seen means we have seen about how to create a, sorry, what is Apex class, and we have seen about some data types, primitive data types we have seen, and after that data types we have seen about operators. After the operator completes, we have seen about for loop concept. Okay,
Yes,
variables
sir.
and loop concept we have seen. Then inside that loops we have seen about for loop, while loop, and do while loop, and this another one loop is for each loop we have seen. So this for each loop is called as collection. Inside that collection, list, set, or maps. So these three things it will be there. So today we are going to see this list, set, and map as a collection. Then we have seen about conditional statement. In conditional statement, we have seen about if statement, if else statement, and we have seen about switch statement. These are the things we have seen. Now we are going to continue from collection only. In collection, today class, yesterday video, I think I have not shared, right?
No,
Yeah,
sir.
PPT also. Yeah, I have forgot to share it. Today, after completing the class, I will be sharing that PPT plus today PPT plus video I will be sharing to you. Now, collection. Okay, collection is in collection, list, set, or map. Set and map will be there. What is collection means? Already some data it will be available in our database. Example, if you go to the account object means some records will be there. So, with the help of SOQL is another one query language. With the help of that SOQL, we can able to query the record. After querying the record, we should store that record at one place. For storing the records, we will be needing the collection. In collection, we will be using list, set, and map. Always SOQL return the list. We will be seeing that SOQL in our upcoming classes. We can see the functionality of the list. Okay, what is the functionality of a list, what is the functionality of a set, what it is going to do, what is the functionality of a map, all those things we can see it in our today class. First, list. Okay, what is the function of list? List is used to store the records or store the data, and we can able to retrieve those records and retrieve those records for a later use. So this is a syntax for list. Okay, what is list means? List is a collection of order elements which will accept the duplicate value that I will be explaining you now. And this is a syntax. I'm just zooming. Here you can see this is a syntax. First, you have to make a list and you have to mention the data type. What data type you are going to use? Maybe integer, string, or you can use the S object. S object means account object, contact objects, like that. You can able to use the objects here. List, data type, and you have to create one variable. Why using variable means with the help of this variable only we can able to store the data. Equal to new again list data type open bracket close bracket. This format is called as instance class, instance list. Okay, if you are making any equal to, and if you are seeing the syntax means this syntax refers to instance class. Okay, we should make an instance list first. Okay, this is a syntax. There is no option. You have to learn this one. Okay, it is easy syntax only. We will be
Yes,
seeing
sir.
that with the example. We are going to see that syntax uses, list uses. Just to go to the developer console. Till now we have not created Apex class. Okay, we have till now we are just using execute NMS window only we are using. So again control E, execute NMS window. Here what we can see means I'm just going to explaining about a list. Okay, first list. This is a syntax. Okay, list open bracket code, inside that I'm just going to mention the data type. I'm just going to mention the data type as integer data type. So this list is going to hold the integer numbers. And v equal to, v is a variable name, v
Variable
equal to new
list.
any variable name you can create. Okay, variable name
Yes, sir.
that is the okay integer open bracket, close bracket, and close this one. Okay, now instance list has been created. Now this V is empty now. Okay, there is no values for this one. So we have to put some values. We have to add some values for this V. So how to add the values means V dot add. Okay, we are going to add V dot add. It is a integer data type. Here you can see integer data type. So we what we have to do, we have to use the integer numbers only. 10.
Numbers.
Yes, numbers 10. Close this one. Again, I'm just adding V dot add 20. Again, I'm adding V dot add 30. Again, I'm adding V dot add 10. Here 10, 20, 30. Now all the four values has been added into the V variable. So this list holds four numbers, four values it adds. It now I'm just going to print the V value. I'm just going to print the V value. So for printing the V value, what we'll be using? We will be using system.debug. So system.debug. Inside that, I'm just going to print the V value. So I'm just mentioning V here. Now, if I execute means the execute NMS window, it will be shows you 10, 20, 30, 10. Execute. Go to the debug log. Here, this is a log section. Okay. In this
Okay.
log section, from a starting to end, how is the coding is running, how my code has been run, all those things it will be retrieved here. Okay. In debug section, you can able to see 10, 20, 30 is there at last. How it starts and how it's ending. Full coding. Any error if you want to it. Example in trigger class, if anything, the code will be run successfully, but sometimes the error will be there. So you have to rectify that with by seeing this one by one line only. Yeah, you can able to see the error when where the code has been stuck up like that. You can able to see this in execution log only. Just go to the debug log. The debug log, you can able to see the answer 10, 20, 30, 10.
Okay.
You can able to see normal bracket. Okay, for list for a set you will be seeing curly bracket. You can able to see here. Now, how this order has been saved in our database means it will be saved as an index. Okay, how it will be saved in our database means this is the index. Here first value 10, second value 20, third value 30, fourth value is again 10.
10.
Okay, yeah. Now, how the index will be saved means 0, 1, 2, 3. It will be
3.
starts from 0. So if I want to retrieve the first value, if want to retrieve the first value means I should use the 0th index. First value means starts from 0th index. Second value means first index. First index. Okay. So like that, I have to mention the like that only the ordered. It is the ordered element. It will be saved in the list. Then it will allows the duplicate value. Here you can say again. First I have just created 10. Last also I have just created 10. So it will allows the duplicate value. So it is allowing me the duplicate value 10, 20, 30. Now I am just going to get the first number. First number means this is a 10 I should print. So for printing that I should need the first index, 0th index. So for that again, I'm just using another one data type integer x equal to in x. I'm just going to retrieve the first value. So first value where it will, from the v I should get the first value. So I am just mentioning v box bracket inside that I should mention the index 0th index 0 and close this one. Now I'm just going to print the x value. System.debug print the x value. It is printing now. If I print means 10 alone I can able to see. Now execute. Here you can see I'm just printing the 10 alone. So first value alone it is fetched with the help of index. Now totally here you can see 10, 20, 30, 40. So four numbers is there, four values is there. So the size of the list is 4. So example, say this is the size of the list, the size of the record you just consider while fetching that SOQL, the records will be saved in the record. To get the record size, how many records there. Those so size of the list, if you want to need the size means, how to get the size means, again I'm just using integer as another data type. Integer size of the list. So another variable y equal to v dot, again v dot, v is a variable, v dot, I'm just calling v, and size. V dot size means the size of the list can be retrieved here. V dot size, open bracket, close bracket. Now this y variable holds the size of the list. So if I print the y value means the answer should be 4. System dot debug, print the y value. Now I'm just executing. Go to the debug only. Here you can see 10, 20, 30, 10. This is a 10, it is printing the x value alone it is printing. It is printing the y value. Y value means size of the list. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 record is there. So the size of the record is 4. So this is the way you can, in our upcoming classes, these are the things we will be going to discuss. So now you just got idea about what is list. List means ordered element, it will allow a duplicate value. Now we can go to the set. Okay, set means here you can see it is a normal bracket. For set you can able to see it in a curly bracket, but same syntax only. Instead of list we will be using set, but syntax is same only. Set in Apex are declared using curly braces. They are useful. They are useful when you want to ensure that there are no duplicate values should be there. Okay, if you want to ensure the duplicate value means you can use that here. Now same syntax only. Okay, instead of list I'm just using set here. That is one. Same syntax only. Set system.debug v. Now, I'm just change it to set. Now, if I execute means I should see 10, 20, 30 alone. Okay. I should not
Yes,
see the 10 because
and
it will not allow the duplicate value. Now,
duplicate
I'm just,
values.
same, good. I'm just executing. Go to the debug only. Here you can see curly bracket. Answer is displaying in a curly bracket and 10, 20, 30. And that this 10 is the duplicate value. So, it is not retrieving this duplicate value. So, this is the use of set. And third collection is a map. Okay, maps are declared using angle bracket. Okay, maps are declared using angle bracket. Till now, what you have seen means we have seen about only one data types you are using. Okay, for set and list we will be using one data type alone. But in map we will be using two data types. Okay, two data types we have to mention there for map alone. What is the data type used means? First data type, two data type. First data type integer or second type data type string, or both are integer, like that. I'm just using two data types. One data types, what is the use means, it is a key. First one is a key, second one is a value. The both the things in this combination is called as key set or key value pair, or key value pair key set or key value pair. So key and value. If I want to fetch the first value, example, here I'm just saving integer data type 10 and string data type Vijay, and second one 20 and Prem. So if I want to fetch this Vijay value means I should use this 10. So if I use the 10 key, this is a key. If I use this key means I can able to get the answer of Vijay. So this is the use of key value pair that we can see now. Okay, it uses two data types. First one is key, second one is value. And another one thing, here we have seen v dot add. For list and all, we will be using v dot add. But for map alone, we will be using v dot put. Okay, put method we will be using there. I'm just using map, first data type, string, and my second data type, sorry, string, comma. My second data type, I'm just going to mention it as an integer. Close this one, and v variable, v equal to new map of, again string, comma, integer. Close this one. Now this is a syntax for map. Okay, two data types using first data type, second data type, both are key value pair or key set. Now this is first one as a key, second one as a value. Now v is empty, so we have to add some values for this v. So how to add means v dot add sorry, v dot put. It is a put method. V dot put. Inside that first string. Okay, first one is string character. So I'm just using in a single quote. I'm just using John here, comma. A second one, I'm just using it is an integer. So directly I can use it numbers 25. So first one, second data type. Same way, I'm just going to add it for a second second value. I'm just adding here. I'm just using David and making it as a 35. V dot put same 45. Now this holds key and value. Now if I print the v means both the things key plus value it will be printed here. So system.debug.
Sir, can
Uh,
we have duplicate values in map
Maps
like
will
we
be
have in
yeah,
list?
yes, yeah, map will have duplicate value. That is not a problem. Okay, you set alone to eliminate the duplicate value. There is only option set map will use the duplicate value. Now system.debug. Now I'm just printing the v value. Now if I execute means here you can see, go to the debug log. Here you can see David 35, John 25, Prem 45. This is coming here. Now I need only this 25 alone. I should use it here. Okay. For here I should use it 25. So if I want to print this 25 means I should use the John key. This is a key. If I use this key means I can able to get the 25 value. So uh, so what we have to do means, so I'm just using another one data type integer, because it is going to print the I should get the answer as a number answer. So integer x equal to, I'm just using from v we are going to get dot get. For map we have to use the get only. Okay, v dot get what we are going to get means I'm just going to use the key here in a single quote. This is my key, John is my key, so I'm just using the John key and closing this one. Now what happened means the key I have just given. So the answer it is saved 25. It will be saved in the x. Now if I print the x value, system dot debug. If I print the x value means it will print the x value. I'm just printing the x value, or I'm just in a single quote. I'm just mentioning a single quote. I'm just mentioning John's ages. I'm just going to display as it is. If I print anything in the single quote means it will be displayed as it is plus concatenation. I'm just using x now. Now answer will be displayed as John's age is 25. Now I'm just going
25.
to execute. Now I'm just executing this one. Go to the debug log. Here you can see John's age is 25. So it is
25.
printing. It is printing the value. Okay, this is a key. This is a value. It is printing the value. Now if we want to the n and s is the John's, right? If you want to make apostrophe here means if you make this year apostrophe means it will be closed from here itself. So what happened means this it will be shows you the error because the single quote it is here itself it is closing. So avoiding this, you can make one slash here. Then it will be considered as a full value. Now you can see that the difference here. I'm just going to execute. Here you can see John's age is 25. It is printing as it is. So this is the use of map will allow a duplicate value. Okay, so set is the only
Yes, sir.
way it is allows you to avoid the duplicate value.
Duplicate
List,
values.
list, set, and map we are seeing. Now we can see about how to write one Apex class. We can see. Okay, till now we have used execute autonomous window only, right? Now
Yes,
we can
sir.
see about how to write a Apex class. We can see now. So how to write Apex class means this is the way of writing the Apex class. While first we create one Apex class. Okay, here you can see file, new. Here you can see Apex class. Just select the Apex class. If here only we are going to create Apex class, figure class and all. File. new Apex class, trigger class, Visualforce page, lighting component like that. Here you can see Apex class, file new Apex class, my class name. Okay, you have to give the class name demo. I'm just giving here as a demo 06. This is my class name. Okay. After creating the class, the syntax will be automatically populates here. Public class demo 06. This is my syntax. This syntax will be auto populate here. Here you can see first one is class. Like in every other object oriented programming language, you can develop classes and method. After creating the class, what you have to do means we have to create a method. Inside that method only, we can able to do the coding things. Okay, logical things we can able to perform in the method. Method is like a subprogram. Okay, many subprograms or many methods you can able to use it in the same class. This is a class. Inside that class, the subprogram is a method. You can think class as a blueprint. So class is a blueprint which individual objects are created and used. You think of a method is a subprogram. Method is a subprogram which is used to act on data and return a value. Okay. Now class is created. Then we have to create a method. How to create a method means public void. I'm just using my method name as method, open bracket, close bracket. Okay. This name is the method is the name. Okay. This name you can give any names. Okay. There is no choice. Okay. Sorry. Open bracket, close bracket. So that is any error means in the problem section you can able to see that error. Okay. Now you can see class has been created. And this is a method. Inside this method only we are going to perform the coding. Okay, if I make a double slash means this line it will not be considered. Okay, it will be hidden while executing. It will not be considered. Now, class has been created and method has been created. So for creation of class and method, there is syntax is there. So that I have just given here, but you no need to use it, learn it now. Why means here I have just used the public, but here you can see private is there, global is there. Private where I'm public means if I write any coding means that coding it can be accessible by all the users in our org. Private means that coding is a private one. You can other users cannot able to access your coding. Global means it is used for an integration purpose. So while taking the test class, we can make it as a private. While taking the integration class, we can make it as a global. So class name you have to mention public demo 06 is my class name, and they are just implements with sharing rule, without sharing rule. What is this with sharing rule and without sharing rule means? If you want to fetch some records with the data security, okay, if the data security has been applied in our admin section means with sharing means the data security will not be applied there. Without sharing means all with sharing means data security will not be applied here. Without sharing means the data security will be applied here. So others records can't able to see while fetching the records like that. So you no need to learn this class. Okay, we can learn it later because daily in our coming classes we'll be seeing the syntax only. So you just remember this is a class. After the class we have to write a method. In method also I will just create public void and method name. Inside that method only we have to pass the parameters. Here you can see input parameters is there that I will be explaining you. Here you can see public class demo 06 class name, and this is a public year void. Void is a data type and method. What is void means? It should not return anything. Okay, it should not return anything means in case if I mention instead of void, if I can able to mention the data type as integer, string, a boolean, decimal, s object like that, I can able to mention the data type. If I mention that data type means after ending the coding, I should return that value. Okay, it will be useful in our upcoming classes and all. Now you just remember this is a method, public void method. Okay, this is a simple coding I have just done. What is this use of this coding means? It's okay, I'm just going to use the system.debug again. The code uses system.debug. I'm just going to print the answer, print as it is as a hello world. So the use of this code is to print the hello world. Just press Control S. Control S means it is used to save the code. The code will be saved here. If you want saving, it is saving. If you want to retrieve this code means again file, open, These are the previous code classes. These are the previous codes which I just used in our, here you can see demo 06 has been saved now. So these are the previous codes I have just written in our Apex classes. Now Apex class has been created. I have to, this is a blueprint. I have to execute this code. Okay, only one method I have created. In case if you want to create a second method means you can create a second method. Again, public void method 2. Okay, this is my method 2. So this is called a subprogram. This is the first subprogram. This is a second subprogram.
Second
Like that,
subprogram.
many programs you can able to write it here. Now class are created method. Now I have to execute this blueprint, execute this method. Okay. For execution, what I'm just going to use means there is no automation process now. In our upcoming classes, we'll be seeing about trigger classes. On that time, the execution it will be takes place automatically. Now, if I want to execute this means there is the only option execute NMS window. Control E, execute NMS window. Inside this execute NMS window, we have to call this class name and method name for execution of this class. So how to call this means here this class is called as instance class. Okay, this class is called as instance class. Why I will be there is a two types of execution is there. One can be instance, one can be static. Okay, I will be explaining you. This is a instance class. For executing this instance class, first we have to create a instance class. So this is a class name. Instance class we have to create. Instance class means demo 06. Again, one new variable v equal to new demo 6 open bracket close bracket and close this one. Now instance class has been created. After the instance class creation, we have to call this method. This is my method name. So this variable we are using v, right? So I'm just using v dot method name. Method is my method name and close this one. Now if I now you can see execute. If I execute means this Apex class will be executed and hello world will be printed in the debug section. Now execute. Go to the debug log. Here you can see hello world is printing as it is. Okay. Now this is a instance method. Okay. Now there is another one method called a static method. Public static void method. Now I'm again saving control S. Here I have just mentioned static. In 99% we'll be creating class and method in a static method only. Why means this is a class. If I want to call this class in our another method means how to call means how to execute this means it is for a static method. Demo 06 dot we can correctly call the class name and method name. This is my method name. Class name dot method name execute. If I go to the debug log means same answer hello world will be there. What is the difference means what is the static means in trigger class if I want to call this method means at a single line. Okay, we are no need to create any instance class and our class name dot method name. So easily we can able to call it here. So this is the way we have to make a static only. Okay, not we are not going to create a instance method. We are going to create a
Instance.
static method only. There is a okay. This is a difference between static and instance variable I have just given. Static means class based. It is instance means object based. Why object based means mostly instance class where you are creating means in list we have seen the instance, right? So that is the instance class list integer v equal to new list of integer like that the syntax we have seen, right? So
Yes,
that
sir.
is the instance class. Oh, okay. While creating any object based things if you are going to do means that is a instance class. Okay, and this is a syntax I have just given class name dot method name. Here we have to create instance class, then we have to create call this variable name dot method name like that we have to call it here. So this is the difference between class name and instance class. Today what are the things we have covered means we have covered about a list, set and map. Then we have created one Apex class. Inside that Apex class, we have created two types of Apex class. We have seen one is instance method, another one is static method. Instance
Static
class and
method.
static method. Okay, two things only we have seen, but we have not seen this parameter. Parameters we have not seen. Okay, this parameters and again we are going to see about instance variable, then we are going to see about static variable, then we are going to see about constructors. So parameters, these three things we are going to see it in our next class. After completing this next class, tomorrow class, after completing the tomorrow class, I will be giving you assignment. Okay, assignment regarding
Yes, sir.
here you can see get started with Apex, practice it in the developer console, use collection. Collection means list, set and flow, and use loop concept, then create a class, create an object like that. Exercises I will be giving to you. So you have to complete that exercise after completing the class. Today, no exercise I'm just giving. You practice this one. Today I will be
Okay,
sharing
sir.
the yesterday video as well. Rafiq, I have just give some assignment to you, right? For 3 days. Have you completed those assignments?
Yes, sir. I did those assignments.
Okay, super good. Okay, in last class we have seen this only. We have seen about collections, variables, and I have just given this exercise. So now
Yes, sir.
we can put the third PPT. Yeah. Okay. Today, what we are going to do means we are going to see about SOQL in Salesforce. What is SOQL in Salesforce means? Already some records will be there in our database. Okay. In our example, if you go to the account object means some records will be there. So with the help of those records, with help of with the help of SOQL, I can able to fetch those records. Okay. By it is a query language. Like in Java, what is the query language means? SQL is a query language for Java. Okay, same like it is a Java based syntax only. Here for Apex, we will be calling this as a SOQL and SOSL. Okay, first we can see about SOQL. SOQL stands for Salesforce Object Query Language. We are
Query
going to,
language.
we are going to query the records with the help of SOQL. Okay, we can able to give some where condition example here. I'm just opening Sales app. I'm just going to the accounts object. In account object, I'm just in list view, I'm just selecting all accounts. Here you can see these are the records. Okay, so we can able to give some filter condition. Where conditions you can able to give example where account name equal to 123 alone you can able to fetch, or account name equal to Airtel alone you can able to fetch, or account name equal to Airtel and billing state equal to NY. So like that we can able to query the records, which only the required records we can able to query with help of SOQL. Okay, so this is the here we are going to follow some syntax like that. First, SOQL is a query language. Already already I have just said. SOQL is designed to retrieve data. Okay, retrieve data from Salesforce objects like standard object and custom object. There is a special syntax we are using to SOQL. It is similar to SQL. Here we can able to perform the relationship between the object, parent child relationships we can able to perform. Here we can able to do the filter condition. Example where created date, where a name equal to BMW, where name equal to Airtel, like that we are going to make. And we can able to do some aggregate function, count some average, minimum, maximum. So this is aggregate function that also we can able to perform here. And subqueries we are going to do. So one by one we are going to see it in our today class. Now first we are going to see about syntax of using SOQL. First, you have to use select from which object. Okay, select is a keyword, from is a keyword. Okay, select from which object. Object name you have to use. In SOQL, always you should use the API names only. Okay, you should not use the field label names. You should not use. You should use the API names only. Select from which object means contact object. Inside that, you have to mention the field names. Example, name field, email field, address field, like that. You can able to mention the fields which you are going to fetch. So this is the basics of SOQL. Now, before going to this conditional expressions and all, these are the operations it can able to perform. First, I'm just going to explain you about basic SOQL, how it is going to be work in our Salesforce. Daily, we are going to, without SOQL, we are not going to write any coding, because with help of SOQL only, we are going to retrieve those records. Okay, after retrieving only, we are going to make some manipulation there. So without SOQL, we are not going to write any coding here. First, where we are going to perform means just move to the developer console. Now I'm not going to create Apex class. Here you can see query editor. Okay, inside this query editor, after selecting this query editor, here you can see enter SOQL or SOSL query. So I can able to perform the SOQL here. Okay, so what is the syntax means? I'm just zooming out. Select is a keyword. Select from which select from which object means from account object. Select is a keyword, from is a keyword, object name I'm just given as account. Inside that I have to mention the field names. I'm just mentioning ID, comma, name, comma, rating field. So these are the fields. Now, if I execute means here you can see totally 94 records available in this is the account object. Okay, so all the account records I can able to fetch it here. ID, ID of the record, name of the record. It is a rating field. So this is a simple SOQL I'm just given here. Here you can able to do some more things here. Okay, you can able to mention some where conditions also you can able to use it here with the help of where condition. Example where name equal to like that you can able to mention. I'm just mentioning where condition. Okay, I'm just using where condition where name equal to in a single quote. I'm just mentioning Airtel. If I execute means okay. Only Airtel records I can able to fetch it here. Okay, if I execute means only the Airtel records I'm just fetching here. In case in case if you don't know the exact name, okay, exact name of the account name, if you don't know means what you can do means instead of writing full name, you can use where name like in a single quote you can mention a I something and you can use the module symbol and close this one. Now if I execute means here you can see name starts with AI. Okay, AI, Airtel, Airtel 2, Airtel 3, Airtel 4, Airtel 5, 5, 6. So these are the records I can able to fetch here. So with the help of where condition, you can able to get the exact name of the record, or you can able to don't know the name means you can use the like symbol here. Okay. So this is a way you can able to fetch the records here. And what another thing we can able to see means example now I'm not giving any where condition. So totally 94 record is there. Okay. So for you, for testing purpose or something, example, if you want to limit the only 10 record you should be need means you nothing there. You just type limit 10. Okay, limit 10 means only 10 record alone it will be fetched here. Okay, but how it will be fetched means based on the records which is created based on the seniority of the record. Example, this is communication, it is a first record which is created, okay, while creating the object. Okay, so based on that date creation the limit 10 will be applied, and 10 only the 10 records I can able to fetch. So with the help of this 10 with the help of 10 records you can able to do some testing means you can able to do the testing options here. So we can able to limit the records, and then what we can do means example again I'm not going to give the limit means you can also give the year 94 record is there. Okay, I'm just not giving any limit. Okay, you can also give the created date. For created date where what you can do means I'm just giving where condition where created date. For created date you have to mention uh, last hyphen n hyphen days. So now it will be considered as number of last n number of days. Number of days I'm just mentioning here as a 30. So this is the way you can able to get the created date. Okay, if I mention execute means only the 30 days. These are the records which is created on the last 30 days. So 30 days records based on the created date it has been created here. So like that you can able to give the date filters also. Here in SOQL I have just given some basic query. Okay, these are the certain examples I have just given for SOQL query which are going to follow it in our daily scenarios. Okay. Now one thing I have to explain for you, relationship between the objects. What is relationship between the object means? I'm just opening account object. Account is a parent record, and in related section, you can able to see the child record. Child record is a contact is a child record. So from here, now I'm just going to fetch. parent to child record. Parent to child relationship I have to fetch. So for that parent to child, how you can able to mention means you can mention the subquery here. For parent to child alone, you have this is an interview question. Definitely one question will be comes from SOQL and relationship between the object. Now, okay, now 94 record it has been fetched. Now what I'm just going to do means for me, uh, this is a parent record. Okay, for me, child record should be I need it. Okay, for getting the child record, what I have to do means again I'm just after the field I'm just making comma, open bracket, close bracket. Inside that open bracket, close bracket, I can you fetch the I can able to do the subquery for a child record. So select ID, comma, last name from context. Okay, select ID, last name from context. Now what happened means, so this is a child record. This is a parent record. So if I execute means I can able to see up to this is a parent record. Okay, for each parent record, I have just queried the ID and last name. So here you can see how many last name. Only one thing is there. Here two record is there. So like that, I can able to fetch the details here. Each account, this is the account name as Billington. For Billington, three contact is there. One, two, three. Three contact is there. So like that, I can able to fetch the thing. This is called as child record. This is a account record. This is parent to child relationship. For parent to child relationships, you can able to perform the subquery. Where it is here, you can see parent to child relationship, you can able to perform the subquery. I have just given all the SOQL with the example. Okay. Now, what we are going to do means we are going to perform the child to parent relationship. Okay. Child to parent means first I'm just going to fetch the parent record as a contact. So parent, child to parent. So child to parent means how we can able to perform this means select ID, comma, name from contact object. Now, if I execute means contact records alone, I can able to see 213 contact is there. Okay. For me, for each contact, I should need the account name also. So this is a child record. Now, if I want to fetch the parent record means parent record details I should need means here I can't able to perform the subquery. Subquery is only for a parent to child. This is a child to parent. So how we are here, how I can able to make means after this field just make again comma. First we have to mention the parent object name account. This is my parent object name dot field name. Name is a field name again comma again account again object name uh, dot rating field. Example another field you need means just to make a comma again account dot annual revenue like that you can able to switch. Now I'm just going to execute. Here you can see this is the hmm, this is a this is a child record ID and name. This is a account dot name, account dot rating. So this contact is associated with edge communication. This contact is associated with edge communication. Like that, I can able to see for all the contacts. I can able to get an account name plus a rating field. I have just fetched here. Okay. So here I can't able to perform the subquery. Subquery is only for a parent to child. This is a child to parent. This is the basic query, relationship between child to parent, date filter. Now I have to explain you about aggregate function and order by limit by child to parent query with date function. Okay. Today exercise what you have to do means I have just given 8 things, right? So 8 things you have to practice with the example. Now, what is aggregate function? As I said, it performs the aggregate function. Aggregate function means use aggregate queries to perform the following aggregate counting, sum option, average, minimum, maximum, like that. These are the aggregate queries. How to perform the aggregate queries means now we can see one example for aggregate function. Select here I'm just going to select from contact object. Here I have not queried any field. Okay, instead of querying contact field, I'm just going to query the this is a child record. I'm just going to query the parent record. So account dot name, account dot account dot name. Now what I'm just going to do means comma. After that, I'm just making comma. Here count is my aggregate function. Count. I'm just making count as aggregate function. Count. What I'm just going to count means I'm just going to count to the ID. Okay. I'm just going to count to ID. Then I'm just going to group. After counting, I'm just going to make a group by again account dot name, because here account dot name I'm just queried. So again I'm just going to group by account dot name. Now if I execute means okay, it is executing. Here you can see this is a name. Okay, account dot name. Okay, this is a Airtel. Okay, because I have just queried name field. Okay, so this is a name, account dot name, and I'm just making count ID. How many ID means what ID means here? Instead of I'm just making ID here. Okay, select ID, last name, first name, like that. Here I can mention, right? So this is a parent record. Okay, this ID is a child record, contact ID. I'm just going to count the contact ID. So how many contacts is associated with Airtel 10? So object, account object. So count ID. After counting, I'm just going to group with account dot name. So here easily I can able to mention for BMW account 5 contact is there. For LG account 5 contact is there. Like that I can, and now HCL 14. If you go and if you check for HCL 14 means there. Here you can see one contact is there. So like that you can able to do the queries here. Now the here you can say HCL 14 only one contact is there. So this is the way you can able to perform the aggregate functions. Aggregate function is a counting operation. So I have just given few examples for SOQL. You practice that few SOQL queries. Then what you can do means okay, today this is enough. I'm not going to give any trailer exercise for you. Tomorrow, what we can see means tomorrow we can see about how to write a Apex class or SOQL in Apex class. Till now, where you have just practiced this means we have just practiced in a query editor. Okay, we have practiced this in a query editor. Tomorrow we are going to create one Apex class. After creating the Apex class, how to do the iteration like that we can able to see. So tomorrow we are going to create Apex class and we are going to see that one. Then after that, tomorrow we are going to see about SOSL. Okay, SOSL is a another query language. So what is the use of this one, and what is the difference between SQL and SOSL? And after that, I am going to give you the trailer exercise for you. Tomorrow, I will be giving you the trailer exercise. Yesterday we have seen about SOQL, and SOQL we have seen about only 8 examples we have seen in SOQL. So now we are going to use our SOQL we are going to create one Apex class, and inside that Apex class we are going to use our SOQL, how it is going to be work like that. We are going to see it in play class, and after that we are going to see about how to write a SOSL. SOSL is another query language. So today class we are going to see about how to write a SOSL and how to write a Apex class. Inside that Apex class, how to write a uh, SOQL like that we are going to see today class. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Hospital phone. Hospital phone. Okay. Writing a SOQL in Apex. Okay, writing a SOQL in Apex. SOQL query always return a list. Okay, if you are just going to query any record, means that record it will be save, that record we have to save it in one place. Okay, so in collection in our previous classes we have seen about collection, right? In collection we have seen about a list, right? So if you are just doing some query, means that queried records always it will be saved in a list format. Okay.
List.
I- Yeah, in Apex, create a list for objects specified in the query. So always the query results in the list format, not a single instance. You can use the loop concept. Today we are going to use a loop concept. Loop concept, why are using means for retrieving over results in the SOQL query. So this is a loop concept. We are going to use the for loop for retrieving the records. Why retrieving means already the records will be saved in the list format. The saved records we have to take over that saved record, and we are going to do some additional operation, means we have to use the loop concept, and that loop concept is called as iterating the result. Okay, iterating. Okay, we are going to do some iteration over the loop and can directly write query in a loop format for better performance. You can also here you can see this is a directly writing. I will be explaining you. You can also create one instance list, and you can also create a instance list, and you can also create one instance list, and you can write the SOQL or directly. This is the loop concept. Here you can see directly. You can also two ways. Okay, directly you can write a SOQL in the loop itself. You can write a SOQL. Okay, you. This is I will be explaining you. Okay. Now I'm just going to create one Apex class. File new Apex class. My Apex class name is. Okay, this is my Apex class name. One class is created. After the class creation, what you have to do? We have to create a method, right? So public, it is a static method we are going to create. Public static, it is not going to return anything. So I'm just making it as a void. And my method name is, I'm just giving method itself. You can create any method name. Method name is, you can name it any method name. Now method has been created. After the method, what I'm just going to do means this is the account object. In account object, I'm just going to retrieve all the records rating equal to hot code warm records alone. Here you can see warm is there. So warm records alone I'm just going to query. So as I said, SOQL always return the instance list format. So what I'm just going to do means list of I'm just going to create an instance list of account for a collection. List of account with a new variable called as v or something, any variable name you can mention, v equal to inside that box bracket. You can also write the SOQL directly, select ID like that. If you just query the record, means the query records it will be saved in the v record, or instead of but full method is how means this is the way we are going to follow, but full method how we have to means first we have to create an instance list. So instance list of account we have to create. Now instance list has been created. Now list has been created. Then the v is empty now. So you can use that variable v equal to inside that box bracket. Here you can able to perform the SOQ. Select ID, comma name from account object. I'm just using where condition where rating equal to warm. So warm records alone I'm just fetched here. You can also check copy this and you can go to the query editor. and you can execute. Now you can see six record has been queried here. So this six record is a warm record. Okay, rating equal to warm record. So six record has been queried here. Now after that, my SQL is working correctly. Then I have to do the for loop iteration. Here I have just showed here, right? This is the for loop iteration syntax. Here I have to use this one. So for that, how to use the for loop means first we have to use for open bracket, close bracket. So inside that, first I have to mention the object name. So account is my object name. I'm just creating a new variable called as ACC as a new variable equal to here I can able to instead of creating this two line here itself I can able to create a SOQL. Okay, this is the statement they are just given here. Can directly write query in a for loop for better performance. You can also write a query in the same year itself, or separately you can also create. Already I have created a SOQL and stored in the variable v. Okay, so I'm just using that variable v here. Okay, now all the six record has been now it is available in ACC because it is equal to symbol. So I can't able to give equal to. You have to give colon symbol only. Now all the six record is now available in this ACC new variable. Now I'm just, what is the use of this code means I'm just going to display, uh, I'm just going to display all the six records name as well as ID. So how to display means system.debug. I'm just going to print. So I'm just after the for loop, I'm just using system.debug. In a single quote, I'm just mentioning the account name is. Now name where it will be fetched means the name it was available in this variable ACC. So ACC dot name, ACC dot name. So account name it will be displayed here. Then system.debug, the account ID is ID. It will saved in ACC dot ID. Now just save this one. So it is a static method. Now what is a static method means no need to create an instance class, right? So directly I can call the class name and method name. So this is my class name dot. This is my method name. Now here no parameters passing and all. Now if I execute means I can able to display in a debug section. I can able to see all the six records name as well as ID. Go to the debug only. Here you can see six records. The name is United Oil and Gas Singapore, and that ID is this one, and Airtel 15, HCL 15, like that. All the six records ID it is displaying. So we are just used for loop and we have just done the iteration. This process is called as iteration process. In our upcoming classes, we are going to use this for loop only. Okay, in our daily classes, we
Yes,
are
sir.
going to use this one. Now it is a void method. Void means no need to return anything. In case I'm just mentioning data type called as a list of account, it should be written. I'm just mentioning list of account, it should be mentioned. Okay, and if I mention like this means it will be shows you the error as missing return statement list of account. Here you can see missing return statement list. Now where the list has been saved means the list has been saved in this variable called as v. Now after this for loop, okay, after this for loop, you have to mention return. Why this return statement means if in case if you are after returning, if you want to proceed further, if you want to use this variable v means you have to use this return statement. That return statement and all we will be seeing in our upcoming classes. Here you can see now the problem has been went automatically. So if you mention any return type means that return type it should be you should mention at the bottom return something. Now till now we have seen about SOQL. Okay, now we are going to see about SOSL in our Salesforce language. Okay, what is SOSL means? It is similar to SOQL only. Okay, it is similar to SOQL, but here you can see Salesforce object. It is a church language. If in case, what is church language means? It is a words, keywords here available. If I want to search anything means what we'll be doing means we'll be using Control F. The find button will be there. We'll be finding here. You can see anything if you want to find means you can copy and paste it and you can find that one. Find that one. So it will be a text-based search. So if you use a find option means it is a text-based search in Salesforce Apex. It is a Salesforce object search language. It's a specialized query language used for searching multiple Salesforce objects simultaneously. But here only one object alone I can able to query. But in sales in SOSL, I can able to query multiple objects, sales multiple objects simultaneously. Unlike SOQL, okay, Salesforce, unlike SOQL, which is used to retrieve records from a single object. SOQL is a single object, but SOSL is a multiple objects it can able to query. Okay, in interviews, there is a questions it definitely will be comes from what is the difference between SOQL and SOSL. So SOQL will be query single object, SOSL query multiple objects, and it is a text-based search like that. What is the use? How to use this means you have to use find. Okay, there we have used to select. Here you have to use find. Inside that curly bracket, you have to mention the search term and in all returning fields. You have to mention. So it will be go and search for all the fields. First object name, open bracket, close bracket, field 1, field 2, field 3, and comma, second object name, field 1, field 2, comma, third object name, field 1, field 2, like that you can able to mention here. So we can use one thing, just to go to the query editor. Here we are going to perform the SOSL. So how to perform this means, I'm just
Find.
using find statement, correct. I'm just using find statement, curly bracket. Inside that curly bracket, you have to mention the search name like HCL or something. I'm just mentioning the search name here, HCL. Then what you have to do in all fields returning, you have to mention in all fields returning. Then I have to mention the object name. Okay,
Object
after mentioning return first object name, I'm just mentioning account object means I can mention account here, account. Inside that account, in which field it should search, field 1, field 2, like that. I'm just mentioning just a search for name ID or a rating field, something like that. So I'm just mentioning name field, comma, second field name ID. So first object has been queried. After the first object, just to make a comma, search for a second object, a contact object. Contact, inside that contact, in which field it should search? Name field,
name and ID.
ID, correct. ID. In case if you want to add the third object means you can add the opportunity object, there you can search for a name and ID and all. Now if I am just executing here, here you can see this is account object, this is a contact object. So here you can see HCL10, HCL12. It is a text-based search. Okay, it will not find the exact names and all. Okay, any names it will start with HCL. It will be displayed. It will be displayed here. HCL10 like that. Here you can't able to use the where condition. Okay, that is another one. Another where condition here you can't able to use. But in SOQL you can able to use the where condition. Here you can see names alone, and this is a contact object. In context, here you can see Suresh D, Ramkumar and all as there. Why it is displaying means in Ramkumar, if I open the Ramkumar record means here the in account lookup the HCL will be there. In account lookup the HCL will be there. So that only it is displaying this one. So it is a text based. So it is going to search in all fields. So this is account. This is the first object. This is the second object. In first object, 13 record is there. Second object, 33 record is there. So it is a text-based search. So like that only we are going to use the SOSL statement. There is some limitation in SOQL or SOSL. Okay. Why we are not going to use SOSL? Okay, we are not going to use SOSL. Why means there is some limitation is there, so that only we are not going to use SOSL. So we can see that limitation and we can see the difference between SOQL and SOSL. we are going to use SOQL alone. Okay, purpose. Okay, single Salesforce object. It is a multiple Salesforce object. Its main purpose and scope. Again, it is showing the same thing only one Salesforce, multiple Salesforce object. Syntax. Here you will be using select from where condition, but here you will be using find statement. So this is syntax different. You can give some specific condition where condition you can able to give here, but here you can't able to give the where condition. It will what will be it will be do means it will go for a full text search. It will be go here, and it will be search here, and relationship between the object. Yesterday we have seen in SOQL, we have seen about parent to child relationship, child to parent relationship, right? It supports parent to child and child to parent relationship, but SOSL does not support does not support the relationship between the object. So this is another drawback. And aggregate function. Yesterday we have done about count aggregate function, right? So aggregate function we can able to do in SOQL, but in SOSL we can't able to do the aggregate function. So these are the main things you have to remember. It is a different. Okay, definitely the questions will be comes from what is the difference between SOQL and SOSL. The questions will be comes here. So you have to go through this questions. Okay. Now
Yes.
okay. Now, today I'm just going to give the tailored exercise. Today, what exercise I'm just going to give means here you can see SOQL for admin module. So here get started with SOQL, create SOQL query in Apex class, create relationship query with standard object. Standard object means always you have to use the API object, API names. Custom object means it will be ends with underscore underscore C. So API names difference alone, standard object and custom object and binding variable and do the aggregate function. So it is asking us to do the aggregate function also. So these are the SOQL for basic admin. Okay, you complete this module. After that, in search trial it. Okay, here you can see search box. In search box, you just type execute SOSL and SOSL query. So both it is for a SOSL also. So you just complete this execute SOQL and SOSL query for admin this module. Then it will be available in developer console basics. Then Apex basics and database, write SOSL query. So three modules I'm just given to practice for you. Okay, you just
Okay,
complete these
sir.
three exercises. Then you tomorrow what we are going to continue means we are going to continue about DML statement. How to create a data in our create to our database with programmatically. How to create a data. How to update the data programmatically by using coding. So that and all we'll be seeing in our tomorrow class. There we are going to again we are going to use the SOQL there. So if you are going to write the SOQL means the sorry if you write it if you are going to create Apex class means first, what we will be doing means we will be doing the SOQL only. After querying the record only, we are going to do some updation on that record. We are going to do some manipulation on that record like that. So SOQL is a important topic. So you practice this SOQL in admin section in tailored exercises. Tomorrow we can continue, Rafiq. Okay. I
Okay.
will Okay, in last class, what we have seen means we have seen about SOQL and SOSL we have seen. Today, what we are going to see means we are going to see about DML operation. What is the DML operation means? It is a data manipulation language with programmatically, with the help of coding, how to insert a record, how to update a record, how to delete a record. So insertion, updation, deletion, undeletion. So these are called as DML. So we are not going to do with point and click tool. We are going to do all this process with the help of programmatic language by coding. Okay. In Apex DML, data manipulation language refers to set of operations used to manage Salesforce records programmatically. We are going to do programmatically. This operations allows developers to create a record, retrieve a record, update a record, delete a record in a Salesforce object with the help of Apex code. Okay. So we are going to create a insert in the record. For insertion of the record, we have to create an instance account. Okay. That I will be explaining you now. Okay, usage in Apex. DMLs are crucial for automatic business process. Okay, DML are used for automatic business process. It is crucial. And data integration, maintaining data integrity with Salesforce. Where we are going to use this DML means we are going to use that DML statements in Apex trigger. After completing this, we are going to see about trigger only. Apex trigger, Visualforce page, Lightning Aura component, and batch process like that. Now we can see with one example how to do the insert operation. Now an account object. In account object, if I want to create a record means basically how we'll be doing means by using the point and click tool, we'll be using new button and we'll be entering all those details. Example, account name, parent name, all those things we will be using, right? But now we are not going to use like that. Okay, we are going to use it with help of programmatic language. Just to open the developer console. Okay, now I'm not going to create any Apex class. We can use the execute NMS window. Just press Control E. The execute NMS window page will be open here. Here, this here you can see this is a previous class. I have just created instance class. So likewise, you have to create an instance class first. For instance class creation, how to create means for which object we have to create means I'm just going to create an account object. So always you should use the API name only. Just go to the object manager and just check the API names. Okay, API names for the object, API names for the fields like that. Now here you can see the label name is accounts, but the API name is account. So I have to create an instance account. So account with variable v equal to new account. This is called as instance account creation. Now instance account creation has been created. After that, the v is a variable. It is empty now. We have to add the value for that. What value I'm just going to add means these are the fields: account name, account site, industry, annual revenue, rating is a pick list value. So these are the fields. Okay, I'm just going to give the field values here. So how to do means v dot here it is account name, but the AP it is the label name. Okay, the API name for account name is a name. You can go to the object manager and you can check it. So v dot name equal to name. I'm just giving demo 04. This is my account name. Then second field industry field I'm just adding here. So v dot industry equal it is a pick list value. So industry I'm just making it as a technology and v dot annual revenue. These are API names. V dot annual revenue value equal to it is a number field, so I'm just making it as a number itself. Close this one. Now all the field has been added in the v variable. Now only we are going to use the daemon operation called as insert. I'm just going to insert a record. So insert v. Now what happened means the record now demo 0. If I execute means demo 04 which will be inserted in our database. After inserting, I should need the ID of the, I should display the ID of the inserted record. So how to display means again to get the success message, output message here. Success message, how to get the success message means system.debug. System.debug, I'm just mentioning in the system.debug as the, just a minute. The account ID is what ID where it will be saved means it is saved in the v variable. So v dot ID. Now, if I execute means the record will be inserted. This is optional only. This is optional only to display the output message. Execute. The log details will be open here. Here you can see the step by step. Okay, industry equal to technology has been inserted. Annual revenue equal to 1000 has been inserted, and we have just done the insert statement. This is our trigger class. It is firing automatically. Okay, because in previous class I have created some trigger. So the trigger is firing here. Account trigger 3 is not firing. So that all no need. Now for us, just to go to the debug only. Here you can see the account ID is 6FQAB. Just to go to the account object, just to go to the accounts, here you can see demo 04 has been created. If you open this means you can able to see the QAB. This is a Salesforce ID, 18-digit ID. Now go to the detail section. Annual revenue equal to 1000, industry equal to technology, name equal to demo 04. This is the one we have just created in the execute anonymous window. These are the values I have just created. So this is the way you can able to do the insert operation. Okay, now what we are going to do means we are going to create one Apex class. Okay, and we are going to do some SOQL. In previous class, we have seen SOQL, right? So with the help of SOQL, what I'm just going to retrieve means I'm just going to retrieve the records which starts from HCL or BMW. BMW accounts alone, I'm just going to, here if you just type, here I'm just typing BMW. So BMW accounts alone, it is there. So after, with the help of SOQL, after getting the BMW account, I'm okay. After fetching the BMW account, it is going to be saved in a list format. Okay, and for each BMW account, I'm just going to create one opportunity record. Go to the later section. Opportunity is a child record. So I'm just going to create one opportunity record for each queried record. So here you can see three records there. Additionally, I'm just going to add another one record for opportunity object. So how to add means, first, before proceeding, you have to know what is the required field in the opportunity object. Just click a new button. Here you can see opportunity name. So okay, the opportunity name, what name I'm just you can give any name. I'm just going to give same as account name. Here you can see account is a lookup. The account name is BMW means same name should be inserted here, and account name should be BMW. Then if I save means, what is the required field means close date, opportunity name, stage name. So name we are given. Close date I'm just going to give today date, and stage name I'm just going to give as a prospecting. So these are the three things as a required field, and fourth one is account lookup. So I have to enter the four field values I have to enter. So for that, first what I'm just going to do, first I'm just going to create Apex class. After creating the Apex class, I'm just going to do the SOQL. With the help of SOQL, I'm just going to collect the BMW record, and I'm just going to save it in a list format. Then I'm just going to create an opportunity record for all the BMW accounts. So just to go to the developer console, file, new Apex class. My class name, okay. Apex class has been created. Just a minute. Okay. Now Apex class has been created. After the Apex class, what you have to do, we have to create a method. So public static void. My method name is any name you can give. I'm just giving as a method name as a method. Okay. Class has been created. Now method has been created. Now what I have to do, I have to create a SOQL. Okay. Always SOQL written a list format only. So I'm just creating an instance list to store the SOQL value. List of account with a new variable called as v or something, anything v, equal to, inside this box bracket, I can do the SOQL. Select ID, a name from account object, where name like BMW. So what happened means, you can check this, copy this one, go to the query editor and paste that query editor here, and if you execute means, okay, it is querying two accounts. Okay. Okay, B percentage, I'm just a module symbol. If I make a module symbol means 6 record. So B module. Okay, now my SQL is correctly working. Now what happened means, 6 record. Okay, 6 record has been queried. Okay, now 6 record has been queried, and all the 6 record is now saved in this variable v. Okay, Now what we are going to do means we are going to create a opportunity record for each 6 record. For all the 6 records, I'm just going to create one opportunity record. Okay. Here we are not going to create a single record, single opportunity record. We are going to create a 6 opportunity record because a 6 object is there. So we should not create an instance opportunity. We should not create, because in execute advanced window here you can see instance object we have created. But here I should not create an instance object because here only one record I'm just inserting, so I'm just creating a instance object. But for 6 record means what I have to do means I have to create a list of instance opportunity I have to create. So again, list, instance list I have to create, list opportunity with new variable called as OPP. This is my opportunity name, variable name equal to new list of opportunity. Okay, now instance list of opportunity has been created. Now we can proceed further. What we can able to proceed means I'm just adding one optional line. This is not compulsory to write. I'm just using one if statement. Okay, in if statement I'm just mentioning that this v should not be empty. Okay, if it is not empty means proceed further. So how to do this means I have to mention not symbol, not v is empty. So that list should not be empty. It should have some value. So if it has some value means proceed further. So what it should proceed means now I'm just going to use for loop for a iteration. Why for loop for iteration means I'm just going to create a field value. Here you can see these are the field values I'm just given, right? V dot name. This field value I have to create, right? So for why I'm just using for loop means this name I'm just going to give the same account name. Okay, account name, all those details are saved in this v variable. So I am just going to fetch those details. So for fetching those details we have to do the iteration process. So I'm just using for loop. Inside that for loop I'm just using account object with a new variable called as acc equal to v. So I'm just creating a new variable. Inside that new variable I'm just mapping with this v. Now all the I should use this acc only. Now only we are going to start the insert process. So instead for creating the insert process, first we have to create an instance list, right? So now I'm just going to create an opportunity instance. So for opportunity instance, OPP as a new variable equal to new opportunity. Now opportunity has been created. Now same process we are going to give opportunity instance we are created. Then we have to give the field value. Then we have to add that field value in the list we have created. Now OPP dot name, first one, OPP dot name. Name, what name you can, in a single quote if you give any name means that name will be reflected for all the 6 records. But for me that name should not be there. So for me what name means it should be same as a account name. Account name where it will be available means in this variable acc. So acc dot account name. Now opportunity name has been created. Then close date, OPP dot close date is a required field. So I'm just giving today date. Today dot how to give means system dot today. System dot today, it is a today date. Then stage name, OPP dot stage name. Stage name I'm just going to give as a prospecting. It is a pick list value. You have to give the correct name. Stage name as prospecting. Then account ID. Here you can see the label name is account name, but if you go and check for the object API name means field API name means it will not be account name. It is a account ID. So OPP dot account ID equal to account ID where I should map means account ID will available in this v variable, but the v variable is acc now, acc dot id. Now ID has been account lookup also mapped. Now all the field values we have created. This is execute like that we have created done. After creation, we have to add all the values to this variable because it is a list. Because I'm just going to insert 6 records. So I'm just going to add all the list, all the values in the list. So OPP to create dot add, OPP to create dot add in I'm just going to add this variable OPP. Now all the values are now saved in this where OPP to create. Now the list is not empty. Okay, we have just added all the values, 6 values to this one. Now one thing you have to remember, you should not after completing this my for loop is ends here. Okay, inside that for loop you should not do the DML operation. After completing the for loop, here only my for loop gets completed. After the for loop ends, you have to use the DML operation. Insert, I'm just going to insert the 6 record opportunity to create. Insert opportunity to create. Close this one. Now just save this one. Now execute. I go to the execute NMS window. I have to execute this method. Demo05 is my class name. I have to. It is a static method. So class name dot. This is my method name and close this one. Now if I execute means what will happen means all the 6 records. You can also use system.debug at the end to find the inserted records like that. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. If you need means you can use the system.debug. Now if I execute means what will happen means all the 6 records will be executed. Execute. In debug log nothing will be there. Okay, just go to the log section again and open the log section. In log section you can see all the name equal to from account like B, it is queried. Here you can see 6 rows is there. Okay, totally 6 rows it has been queried, and it will be displays the record name ID of the BMW first record, and this is my second record. So all the records it will be shows you BMW 2 like that it will shows, and how it is stage name prospecting, how it is working, all those things. Just to go here. Now go to the opportunity object, or here you can see it is 3. Now if I refresh means here it will be 4. Here you can see fourth record has been inserted. Here you can see close date. Close date I'm just given as a today date. So this is the first created record. If you go to the opportunity record means opportunity object means here you can see one, two, close date is today date. 6 records totally. 6 records has been inserted newly. Okay, if I open any record because I'm just selected starts with B, so it is inserting BUID also. So I'm just opening BUID. Go to the detail section. Opportunity name is equal to same as account name. Account name is BOID, so opportunity name is also BOID. And close date, I'm just giving today date. Stage name equal to prospecting. So this is a way of doing SOQL and querying the record, saving the record, and doing the bulk insertion operation like that. We are going to use it here. Okay. In same. Okay. Here, just go to the developer console. We have seen about insert alone. Okay. Now if you are going to update any if you are going to do any update process. Okay, if you are going to do any update process means what we can do means example, this method is for a insertion. Now I'm just changing the method to update. Okay, now what is this use of this code means? It is queried all the B record. Okay, BOD record, B record. In detail section, here you can see rating field. So I'm just going to update all the rating field equal to hot. Okay, so I just queried the record. After querying 6 records account, I'm just going to update as a rating equal to what. So for that ID name, I'm just querying the rating field also. Rating, you can also just copy this query editor, go to the query editor, paste the query editor, and if I execute means here you can see, okay, all the records having, some records having hot, we can update as a cold. Okay, not an issue. Now I just queried the record. After querying, what I have to do means you can also make one if statement. If this V is not empty means proceed further, or directly it is optional only. I'm just directly writing for loop. Okay, why for loop means because I'm just going to get all the six records, and I'm just going to update all the six records as phone number. So for that, I'm just using for loop. Inside that for loop, we are going to do the iteration. So account ACC as a new variable equal to V. Now I should use this V only, ACC variable only. So ACC dot rating value. Rating equal to, rating is a pick list value. What I'm just going to update means I'm just going to update as a cold. Rating equal to cold, and close this one. Now after that, simple only. Okay, after the for loop is getting over, you just do the DML operation called as update V, close this one. Now save this one, control is S, saving. Now I will just use the DML statement called as update V. Just execute NMS window. It is a static method, so class name dot method name. So if I execute means all the six records rating field has been updated to cold. Just to go to the debug only. So debug I have not given written anything. Um, you can also go to the query editor, and you can also again execute the query. Here you can see all the rating has been updated as a cold. Now you can also refresh here. Here you can see rating has been updated as cold. So likewise, you can able to do the updation process. Okay. Now, in case if you want to delete all the record, okay, delete is another daemon operation. If you want to delete that account, okay, same code only. If you want to delete that record means same process. No need to here same process only. Okay, I just queried the record. Now querying has been done. Six records there. Okay, I'm just going to delete the six record. If I want to delete the six record means nothing. What you have to do means just query the record and use the statement called as delete V. Now six records will be deleted. Okay, in case if you want to see the deleted record means okay, again you can use it is enough to delete. In case if you want to see the deleted record means I can use the for loop, and inside that for loop what I can able to do means I'm just using account ACC as a new variable equal to, I'm just using V here. Okay, V is my variable. We are just doing iteration. Now system debug, system dot debug. I'm just want to display the answer means uh, a single quote, the account deleted. It is optional only. Okay, name I'm just going to give from ACC dot name. Now just save this one, execute, go to the execute NMS window. Okay, what it is showing that delete failed. First exception, delete failed. Your attempt to delete a BMW could not be completed because it is associated with following cases. So this account I can't able to delete because it is associated with following cases. So we can make some changes here. I'm just going to delete only the BYD record. Save this one. Execute NMS window. If I execute means okay. Go to the debug log. Here you can see BYD has been deleted. Now if I refresh means this will not be available. BOD will not be available. It will be available in a recycle bin. Okay, just type recycle bin here. Recycle bin. Here you can see BID has been deleted. Okay, the record has been deleted successfully. You can also restore from here, or otherwise you can also restore from the coding also you can able to undelete. Okay, now record deleted. So in case if you want to restore that record means what you have to do means again you can use the statement called as you have to mention one keyword all rows for undeleting all, or I'm just mentioning all rows here. Then instead of delete I'm just using undelete. So the account undeleted successfully. This is a message with same process. Okay, just save this one. I just mentioned undelete. Save this one. It is saving. Okay, now execute NMS window. Execute this one. Go to the debug log. This is a record undeleted successfully. Now, if you go on, you search for this BMW means it is not available in a recycle bin because it has been undeleted. So this is a recycle bin uses. Here you can see the record has been not there. If you go to the accounts means it will be there. Here you can see BOD has been restored successfully. So we have seen about insert, update, delete and undelete with a few examples. Now we are going to see about error handling. Okay, what is error handling means? Database insert method and error handling. Okay, here what is this error handling means? Now uh, I'm just going to do means I'm just going to create an opportunity record. Okay, two opportunity records I'm just going to create. Okay, for opportunity record, what are the required field means? Already we have known name field, close date, and stage name. Okay, two record I'm just going to create. One record with required field. Okay, with required field means all the three values I'm just going to give. Another another one I'm just going to create without required field. Only two things I'm just going to give without close date or something. Okay, and if I insert the two record means what will happen we can see. So that is the error handling we can going to see in our today class. So I have created a method and I have created a class and method we have created. Now I'm just going to insert two record. Okay, so list of opportunity I should be created. List of opportunity with variable v equal to new list of opportunity. So opportunity has been created. Opportunity list has been created. Now we have to create a instance opportunity because with the help of instance opportunity we are going to create a two variables, two records. I'm just going to create. So opportunity OPP opportunity with first variable called as OPP1 equal to new uh, new opportunity. So instance opportunity has been created. Now with the help of this variable, I can able to give the field values. So OPP1 dot name opportunity name equal to what name I'm just going to give means PYD1 and stage name. Second one is required field is stage name opportunity OPP1 dot stage name equal to stage name. I'm just making it as a prospecting. It is a required field. Close this one. Then close date. Close date equal to close date. I'm just making it as today date. So system dot today or date dot today like that you can mention system dot today. Now three things is a required field. Okay. Now what I have created a opportunity one. I have just created. Now same way I'm just going to create for a second opportunity instance. I'm just going to create. So this is the second one I'm just going to create. So copying this one. Second opportunity instance I'm just creating. OPP2. Okay, this is the second variable. For this, what I'm just going to do means I'm not going to give the close date. Okay, I'm just going to give only the name and stage name. Close date required field I'm not going to give. PYD 2 variable name OPP2 OPP2. So two records I have created. One with required field, another one is without required field. Okay. Now I'm just going to add all the two records. Now all the two records is saved in OPP1 and OPP2. I'm just going to add all the two records in this variable called as V. So how to add means V dot add. After this one, V dot add OPP1. I'm just added OPP1. Again V dot add OPP2. Now two records has been added in the in V variable. Now after that, I'm just going to do the insert option. Insert V. Now save this one. Now I'm just trying to insert two record. Save this one. It is saving. Execute NMS window. Class name dot method name. Here you can see it is showing me the error. Insert failed. First error. Okay. Required field missing. Required fields are close data is missing. So even though the first record is correct, even though the first record which has a correct value, the second record alone problem. Okay. So on the time it is not inserting the first record also. It is totally getting rollback. Okay, so on the time what we can do means we can use the another directly using insert V. You can use the another one option called as database dot insert method. What is the use of this database insert method means it is used to insert a correct record. Okay, that is the use of database dot insert method. For it is used for a error handling. So we can see one with how to do this one. Instead of inserting directly here, what you can able to do means I can use the another one option called as database dot insert method. You have to mention database dot save result. This are not like keywords. Okay, you have to remember result open bracket close bracket and with one new variable called as sr list. This is a variable name equal to. Here I'm just using database dot insert. Database dot insert. Here what I'm just going to do means here I'm just going to use my variable v comma false. True means insert, for otherwise false. Okay, now this is enough. If I execute means it will be executed. Additionally, I'm just using for loop to get any failure message or success message like that. Okay, I'm just using for loop. We are doing some iteration here. Okay, in for loop, I'm just using database dot save result for iteration. Database dot save result for iteration. Database in for loop database dot save result with new variable called as sr equal to. I'm just using this variable sr list. We are doing some iteration here. SR list. Then what we can do means system.debug, system.debug. Inside that system.debug, I'm just mentioning opportunity inserts in successfully. In the interviews, they'll be asking in this question, okay, what is the data error handling in database.insert method like that? Successfully plus SR this variable SR dot is success. Close this, save this one. It is saving now. Now I'm just going to execute. Okay, same class name and method name. If I execute means the first record will be executed. Here you can see no error it is showing. It is executing. If you go to the debug log means here you can see first record instance successfully it is true. Second record it is false. So first is true, second one is false. So that only I'm just mentioning here as a true or false statement. Now if you go here and if you go to the opportunity record means here you can see BOID 1 alone has been inserted. BOID 2 has not inserted. This is a BOID 2 because here the close state is not there. So it is not inserted here. So this is a use of error handling. Database dot insert method error handling. So I will be sharing this PPT to you now. Today exercise you practice this one plus trailer exercise I'm just giving Apex basics and database. Here you just complete. I think this are all you have completed. Here you can see manipulate records with DML. This exercise it take 45 minutes for DML operation. This alone you complete because already SOQL SL underline given here. And second, object oriented programming for admin. Here you can see use S object and DML. So this is the one remaining. So if it is a 15 minutes it's showing. So you complete this two exercises